Hi everybody, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. So in today's video,
So y'all mean to tell me that a healthy, happy woman will willingly choose to spend the rest of her life by herself? Like, is that what we're saying? So being single by choice is very real, right? You can be in your single season, you can decide like I'm just, living my life, not ready for a relationship, not interested in a relationship, and that's okay. But there's one thing to say that this is the choice that I'm making, that I want to spend the rest of my life by myself, no husband, no kids, no nothing, just me, myself, and I find it hard to believe. It sounds like a lot of bitter, broken, unhealed, unhappy women. And instead of joining all these movements, how about you join a therapy group? How about you hit up that number on the back of your insurance card if you have insurance and find out where you can find you a therapist, because that's what you need. It doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't.
it's usually the men who come up with this type of questions or these type of videos. But when I see women who also come up with these type of videos, I'm like, what, like, are you still sleeping? Look around you. Look at what is going on around you. Okay, the question you should be asking is, why am I so bothered with single women who have chosen to not go into relationships? Why does it bother me so much? Since I am so happy in my own relationship and my love life and raising my children and everything that I do, and I'm so fulfilled, why does it bother me so much what other women are choosing to do with their lives? That's the question you should be asking. Yes, because you're trying to say that if single women who choose to remain single are happy and healthy, then why are they not in relationships? And your question answers your question. Because if I'm happy and fulfilled, why would I want to go and bring a burden into my life? Ask yourself that. You're happy, you're healthy. You're doing well in life. You have a roof over your head, food in your stomach. You have people around you who give you the things that you need emotionally. Why would you go out of your way to go and bring somebody else that you need to study all over again? Know how to fart around them, what to cook for them, how to clean for them, how they feel, regulate their emotions, put pants on them, watch their skid marks. Like, why would you want to do that? Why? Why do you sign up for that? Why do you sign up for taking care of the kids all by yourself? Why do you sign up for checking his phone to know if he's cheating or not? Why do you sign up to abuse from relatives? Why do you sign up to all those things? Why do you sign up for 50-50? Why do you sign up for disrespect if you're also happy in your relationship? Can you answer that question, miss? Because I think you don't have an answer to that. But anyway, let's get into that because they responded to her. So let's go and play some of the responses and I'm going to come back and talk some more. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Thank you.
So y'all mean to tell me that a healthy, happy woman will willingly choose to spend the rest of her life by herself?
Yes, a woman can be happy without being someone's wife, girlfriend, and mother. The reason why you find that so hard to believe is because you do not see the value of woman outside of being a wife, a girlfriend, and a mother. This isn't a woman's problem. This is a you problem. You define a woman's worth based on her proximity to the male phallus, okay? You are what we call male identified. There's nothing wrong with the women who choose to not have a husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, or children. There is something wrong with you.
Herself.
Why wouldn't a woman choose her own happiness? What is wrong with wanting to be happy, even if it means being single? Why is that such a problem for women like you? And then it dawned on me. Y'all are fucking overseers for patriarchy. That's all you are, and that's all you'll ever be. So do me a favor, go get your pat on the head from Massa and leave the rest of us the fuck alone.
By herself.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Listen, I ain't gonna be before you long. I am not going to be before y'all long. Y'all, I see these videos. I see them. And I appreciate, you letting everyone know where you stand. I'm a firm believer in when people show you who they are, go ahead and believe them. So I see the videos of the men that come up and saying, oh, this ain't gonna work out for you. You gonna be bitter or old cat lady. You gonna be all of this. But see, I have a question, because I actually have a few. Because I'm a firm believer also that when somebody starts calling you names, at that point the argument is over. It's over, because there's no part that's going to bring me back to the table, because you have resorted to calling names versus bringing facts to the table. But here's my question. My question is, if somebody is bitter and unhealthy, do we really want them in a relationship with somebody? Because that doesn't seem like it's going to be anything that's going to be good for either party if the other person is bitter and unhealthy. That's one. Number two, are people really running towards people that are calling them names, being rude, being just unhinged about a choice that they made for their life? And so when they've made the choice and they're sitting in their peace, and this, someone comes and said, oh, you want to sit in your peace and be by yourself and all, what, you cannot be healthy. Am I running towards that, or am I sitting in my peace? Because it would make sense that the person would go, I'm not running towards something that is calling me names, that, or not trying to do anything that I'm saying that I'm going to need to be in partnership. They're telling me that I'm going to take what I'm going to get, and if I don't take what I'm going to get, then they're going to call me names, and they're going to be ugly to me in word, thought, and deed. So why am I running towards that? I'm just trying to ask the questions, because it just dawned on me just a second. You can't move a person from peace by being ugly to them. And the playbook is, we got eyes. We see the playbook, but why would you want to be in a relationship with somebody who's bitter, unhealthy, unhinged? I've heard the other few adjectives that, who's running towards that? Okay. Okay. All right. But if somebody got an answer, let me know if you got an answer to the questions, because
By herself. Like,
just because you find it hard to believe doesn't mean it's unbelievable. There are millions of single people out here with no children, not married, living their best life. But you know the difference is, they're not on the internet bragging about it. And for you to equate singleness with being lonely, and you think single people should seek therapy, actually, you should seek therapy because you're projecting. How does singleness equate to being lonely? Because what I see around me, the single people are living their best life, having a good time. Not worried about nobody's husband, not worried about nobody's kids. So maybe the help that you want to hand out, maybe you should seek that for yourself. Since we're given unwarranted opinions.
Her life by herself.
There's so many things I want to say, but I want to say it in a way that doesn't come off too offensively. But part of me wants to say something very direct and blunt. Just because you don't understand it doesn't mean that your lack of understanding makes it that you are speaking some knowledge. As a person who trained to be a therapist, as a person who trained to understand people, that's what my degree was in. Okay. My master's is in clinical psychology, and I've spent more than 20 years reading tons of articles, reading tons of books, living my life, talking to people, traveling, and understanding what the world, what relationships mean. Okay. It's true that we all have this need to belong. That's very true. And social ostracism, or pushing people away, is akin to feeling like you're dead or dying. So yes, we do need to connect with other people. But the problem is that you seem to not understand is that there's more than one way to meet that need to belong. So some women who choose to be single fulfill that need to belong by having close relationships with family and friends. Okay. They have true friends that fulfill that need. So they don't need to be in a committed relationship with a man or with another woman in terms of if they're homosexual. So yeah, there are plenty of women that are choosing to be single and who are happy and healthy, and they don't need therapy. People who need therapy are people who don't understand what emotional intelligence is all about. People who need therapy are people who don't understand what self-care is all about. Okay? So getting therapy is not going to help someone who is already healthy. It might enhance them. So I guess it could help, but it's not like all these people who are single there's something wrong with them. Now, there are some people that may indeed be bitter. That's true. And I'm not really a fan of jumping on some bandwagon, but I've talked about this very topic multiple times because there's so many people who don't get it. And maybe part of it, the reason is because people haven't lived enough life. Maybe they haven't been able to take another perspective. There's lots of reasons why people don't get it. But the truth is, what it really boils down to is each person gets to live their life how they want to live it. So if they want to be single and bitter and terrible, by all means, if they're not hurting others, let them be single and bitter and terrible. But if they want to be single and happy, let them be single and happy. There's no need for women to pass judgment on other women just because you don't understand what's going on. Okay? That's kind of the main thing, the main point that I want to get across. The other is to each his own. Everyone has their opinion. So you're welcome to have your opinion, but just realize it's just that. Just like your opinion is your opinion and my opinion is my opinion, and some are going to agree with you, some are going to agree with me. But where are you coming? What qualifies you to make your opinion so important? The good thing about TikTok is there's a diversity of opinions. And discernment allows people to understand what's legit and what's not legit. And I would even go as far as to say that for some people, it's not about legitimacy. So I just had to add my 2 cents on this discussion. So all the single ladies, I feel you. I'm right there with you. I wasn't always single, but I've been single for the last few years by choice. I've had many opportunities, many men who've wanted to date me, wine me, dine me, marry me, etc. But I'm just not there. I'm happily enjoying my relationship with my friends and with my family. And while I might choose to go out on a date here or there, I don't want to be coupled. I don't want to be booed up right now. That could change in the future. I'm open to that in the future. But right now, I'm focusing on some other things. And so, I get it. I understand why there are a lot of women who are in the same situation that I'm in that are choosing to put me first, before I decide to intermingle and become interdependent with someone else. So, yeah.
Is that what we're...
That's exactly what they're saying. And then I find it funny that in the captions it's talking about get some therapy. And it's like, honey, the gag is if it wasn't for therapy, a lot of these women wouldn't realize that their lives are more than just being somebody's wife and somebody's mama. If it were not for therapy, a lot of these women would be in a position where they're trapped in a loveless or, one-sided marriage with a whole bunch of kids hanging off their tits. If it were not for therapy, they would be, no offense, just like you sit up here worried about what single women doing instead of actually being happy with their own lives and choices. No shade. Because I've been seeing way too many men and women trying to browbeat single, childless women for their choice to be single and childless. And, I already know about the men doing it. They nervous because these women don't want to put up with them and deal with them no more. And understandable because they're insufferable. But when you fellow ladies do it, it's like, all I can think of is like, girl, if you got trapped in that husband and that wife and mother role, and it's not always a trap, but in these situations, it be giving trap. It be giving you were either forced once you got pregnant, everybody browbeated you to keep the baby and to marry that man or to be with that man, or you've been gaslit or brainwashed your whole life to think that your value stems from you being a mother and somebody's wife or girlfriend. Either way, it's very clear that y'all do not be happy with them decisions that y'all made. And instead of dealing with that, y'all be on here doing think pieces and going on tirades about single women who ain't got no kids. Like I saw one of my mutual sisters. I'm gonna piggyback off of what she said, but if y'all are so fulfilled and this life is so wonderful, go be with your children, go be with your man, and leave them single ladies alone. Okay? They don't want your life. They don't. Okay? Go fry an egg for one of them babies. Go fold some laundry. Go set up the playpen. Go hang out with that husband. Okay? If you're so fulfilled, go be fulfilled in your role. Go do that. Go.
There's this lady that always comes under my comment section when women like this come and post videos like this, right? And she'll be like, oh, give them grace. They don't know any better, so on and so forth. Okay. I am going to assume that she doesn't know any better. I'm going to assume that she's yet to come out of that. Okay. And asking questions like this is also really, a good way for her to learn about certain aspects of life. Okay. Because life does not end at getting a husband, having children, or having another person in your life. Okay. The thing about life is you need to know who you are first before you decide to allow somebody else to come into your life. And if you know who you are and you decide that being you and by yourself is enough, it should be enough for other people too. It shouldn't be a requirement. It shouldn't be a necessity for everybody to have a ring on their fingers, to have children, to marry, to settle down. It shouldn't be a requirement or a necessity. Like, it's not something that everybody should aspire to be. Okay, so if people are happy being single, living their single lives, and they are fulfilled, please don't question that. It's none of your business. Let people be, and you'll be happy in your own marriage and focus on your children and your husband and make more married people friends and let people be. It's as simple as that. No complication. Yeah, because if you're happy and you're fulfilled, you wouldn't be concerning yourself with what other people are doing. All right, that's all I have to say about all of this. But anyway, leave your thoughts, your opinions, and comments in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again with another video. Take care of yourselves. Bye.